Okay, let's talk about the string to integer. So this implementation is usually in C or C++. So, but in this case, I'm going to code in Java. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules. So you just have to follow along. So doing it, ignore any leading white space. So you actually trim it, and that will give you none white space or anything less valid in the string. And also I need to check the character for plus or minus, right? So that would be the second stuff. So I'm going to say char, and then first character is equal to char at 0. So at the end I need to return a positive number or integer number, right? So I'm going to say the sign positive 1 is positive number, negative 1 is negative number. So I do need a start position. So I will talk about the start position later, but let's just worry about the first C. If first C is equal to plus, else if first C equal to negative. Okay, let's cases, right? Because not all of the string will give you positive, like 42. It will just give you 42, right? It will not give you plus 42. But in this case, negative 42, that would be your things to worry about. So the sign has to become negative 1, right? And if I use that character in a string, I need to move my pointer, right? So star is the pointer, and also this sign is 1 and then star plus plus. Don't try to increment your star after the if else statement, because if you have 42 and then you still increment it at this position, at this line, you are not reading the full integer in the array, in the string. Sorry. So now I can start what if I move my start pointer, I just start from start pointer, and I less than length of the string, and I plus plus. So in this case, reading the next character until the next non-integer, next non-digit character or the end of the input is reached. The rest of string is ignored. So what you should do is, if the number if the words came before the integer, you return integer. If the words came before the integer, then you return 0. Okay, the integer came before the word, you return the integer. Sorry, I made a mistake over here. So if the character that is digit, and then it's the char at I. So if that is not character, I return what? I return the int. And I do know the sign, right? Because I already assigned the sign is positive or negative 1, right? But I need to return like a sum of the value, right? So I need another variable to store. So I will say result. Okay, result will start from 0. And the best thing is the result should not use int, because what happens if you are greater or equal to the 2 to the power 31. So what I would like to do, I like to use long, so I don't have to worry about the stuff. So I need to return sign time rest result, and that result will just keep multiplied by 10 and then plus the character at I, but it was character, right? So that's minus the character 0. So whatever I did is so it was initially 0, right? So 0 times 10 is 0 plus 4 equal to 4, and then the next following I will become 4 times 10 times plus 2. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so what happens if you're out of bounds? Right? So if sign equal to 1, let's worry about the positive first, and the integer dot max value is less than sum, which means it's out of bound, right? So what should I do? I just return integer and max. Okay. Wait, what happened to negative? I can just use if over here. Sign is equal to -1, and integer the min value is greater than the sum. Actually, why using sum? I using a result. Sorry, result times -1. There's a reason why the result is always positive, because I already take the sign bit out, right? I already take a sign bit out, so I don't have to worry about the sign, positive or negative, in the for loop. But when I compare the value, integer max value and integer min value, I need to compare I need to multiply the sign bit. So that is why. So min val. Okay, at the end I need to return the result, right? So don't forget, you need to return the int value. So it's int, and I have to have time result. That will be your solution. It's a little bit long, but that is fine. Alright, don't forget the semicolon. So result, if the character is not a digit, I just return immediately sign time result. So let's run it. Alright, let's worry about the time and space complexity. So everything before this is not actually matter, and we are not creating extra space. So time space is actually all of one. Like this is just pretty tiny. It doesn't count. And let's worry about time complexity. You actually like traverse every single character in the array only if you break the loop. If the character is not a digit, right, you return immediately. That would be the case that's lucky, or this case that you return immediately. But what happened to this? You actually traverse every single element, right? And you don't know which one when will it hit the maximum or minimum value. So the worst case is all of n, and that would be your solution for the time and space complexity. And just follow along the rules, and that would be easy. And good luck.